I always kind of prided myself on saying, like, I had stuff under control for a really long time. But if I think about my drinking from the start, my drinking was definitely out of hand. I was stealing from this job that I was a manager at. And I eventually got caught and I got fired from there. And it was kind of at that point that any real control went out the window, and the cycle of getting new jobs and getting caught and getting fired, and just over and over. I wanted to be an only child, and I didn't want anything to do with my little sister. I would tell her to like sit in these little plastic chairs that we had, and I would duct tape her to them. And she'd be like, no, like, you don't let me up. And I'd be like, no, this time I'm going to let you up. And then I would leave her there, and my mom would have to come and let her up, and finally had to tell her, like, stop trusting her. I know a friend came to me one time whose mom had gotten surgery and gave me a Vicodin, and I took it and we went to sleep, and that was it. And each time I got fired from a job, it was like, okay, I'm gonna get clean. I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna get high at work. I'm not gonna do it, and making all these rules. And then as soon as I started, it was like I never said that stuff. I'd always had a pretty good relationship with my parents. I was really close with my dad, and I had gotten a lot closer with my mom in the recent years. They didn't even want to look at me anymore. But I knew they wouldn't kick me out, and I would take that to my advantage. You just don't care. You don't care how you're hurting them. I wanted to stop hurting them. This isn't who I am. I just didn't know really what to do. I had friends who went through the same thing, and they went to rehab and go to meetings and that kind of stuff. But to me, that just sounded so silly, and like I knew better and I could do it a different way. I went to my first meeting that night, and it seemed so crazy to me. I think I just got to a point where I was like, well, my ideas aren't working, so this works for a lot of people. By the time I got to treatment, I was pretty open to everything. I don't think I had the idea of, this is going to be something that I'm going to continually do, but now it's just so normal. And I have friends that show up for me. I can show up for them, and it's not just trying to get something out of each other. We genuinely enjoy being around each other. My parents live across the country, but they miss me, and they want to talk to me, and they're proud of me. Not having to hear the disappointment in their voice that I stole from them again, or that I got fired again. Or my parents help me out a little bit, but I pay my rent, I pay to live. That's always a good feeling. I have my own place. Think of all the times that you've tried to get clean and tried to get sober. Just follow in other people's footsteps that have succeeded at this. You hang out and you get weird with each other, and it's still a lot of fun. You have to let everybody have their own experience. Because I'm definitely a fixer, and I want to like shake people who aren't quite getting this, and keep relapsing and everything, and be like, why can't you just get this? Why can't you just do it? And you can't control people. You just have to let them have their experience. Just give it a chance.